I am full.
Satisfied.
We were famished. Hi, this is Once to Watch Chef's Choice. I'm Abby Kenna, and today I'm joined by Blusher.
Hey.
How are you guys?
Hello.
We're good.
Did you want to introduce yourselves individually as well?
Hey, this is Jade.
Hey, I'm Miranda.
I'm Lauren.
I feel like we're on a radio show. This is awesome. Well, how are you? What have you been up to today?
Today we were karaokeing in a bike around the streets of LA.
A trike.
A trike, excuse me.
3 wheels.
Plus a skateboard.
Yes.
Is she actually like pedaling?
Yeah.
Wow. I respect that.
Yeah.
I would like to be her.
Oh, for sure. She had all the power.
She has so much power.
Yeah.
She kept us really safe. It was, and Lauren was on a skateboard hanging on to the back, which I feel like is my dream, like, since I was a child. I used to just be like, what if I could just kind of scoot behind a car?
And then they didn't let you do that,
until now.
Not you.
I was like, oh, okay.
So I was just living Miranda's dream today.
At least someone is.
That's amazing. I can't wait to see it.
Yeah.
I can't wait till I witness her in public. Like, I haven't seen her yet, but one of these days.
Yeah.
Well, you guys are not LA based. You're New York usually? Where are you?
We're from Melbourne, Australia, but we are based in LA. Yeah.
In LA now. Okay,
Yeah,
amazing.
Just recently.
How have you been liking it?
We love LA. It's such a creative like hub and very inspiring.
Great dogs here. Very sunny.
There are some great dogs here.
It's great.
How does it compare, like, music scene wise to where you guys grew up?
There's just so many people to work with here. I think that's just the main thing. And like every genre is represented really equally, which is so cool. Like, so it's kind of like if you want to explore like a string arrangement or like, you know, death metal, you can totally go down that track, which we're absolutely not. But we could.
Hey.
The option is there. And that is the beauty of LA.
Yeah.
That's true.
Where I grew up, there was like zero music scene. It was like the middle of nowhere. So I think moving to Melbourne was already like such an inspiring move. And I think the move from like being based in Melbourne for a few years and then coming to LA is kind of like another kind of step out of the comfort zone, which is really cool and probably similar for you.
Totally. Yeah, I feel like since moving to LA, like everything can be accomplished by putting an Instagram story up. Like if you want to make a death metal song, like it'll happen in the next week. Yeah. So a cool place to be, but definitely I'm sure like overwhelming. That's a really long move too. Like you are distant.
16 hours long.
Yeah.
And we've just kind of been going back and forth a bit the last few years as well. Okay. So we've like gotten good at that flight.
Yeah. That's amazing though. How long have you moved here? Just like
officially like a couple of months.
Wow.
But we've been doing songwriting trips here and getting to know it. And it's felt super exciting. Each of those trips is like, all right, we're here for a whirlwind stint of time where we're just going to go for it. And but now it's nice. We're a little bit more settled and really getting to know the place and our little pockets, the pockets we like. And
it is kind of nice though. I think all of us being from Australia and just coming here and being like, we don't really know what is going on, but like we also don't really care. We're just like doing our thing, you know, and people are like, oh, do you know this person? Oh my God. And they were like here and that. And we're like, yeah, cool.
This person was here.
This person was here. And like, wow.
I don't have my glasses on. I can't
see
anything.
I can't recognize anyone famous without my glasses.
That is the best way to go about this place, because otherwise you'll be like scouring Erewhon for famous people like every single day.
Still haven't been to Erewhon.
No,
you gotta,
we need to go.
Yeah, just for the gag of it.
For sure.
Check. Well, thanks so much for being here. This is our little taste-making podcast. And we're going to go through a 3-course meal of your music.
Yum.
Delish.
So the first thing I would love to know. Okay, ASMR.
Do some chewing sounds.
Now,
Ratatouille. Ratatouille over here.
I would love to know, if listeners have never heard your music before, what is the first song you would serve up to them, the appetizer to Blusher?
Well, the appetizer I would pick would be our first song that we ever wrote and put out, which was Softly Spoken. Okay. I think it's a really nice introduction to the Blusher world and the way the sort of sparkliness of it, but also the chaotic rage that comes into it as well, and just it's just a really special one for us. I think you can really hear how much fun we had making it in the room, and our friendship within that song really shines through. And
amazing.
Start with that, I think.
You guys agree? I love that. I feel like that is a very good gateway, and I love the way you said sparkly. That is such a good way to put your music. And I feel like maybe that's why I thought New York for you guys, because you have the rage and the grit, but it's so finessed and aesthetically pleasing. I would love to know no, go ahead, please.
No, you just say, I was trying to think of what that song would taste like as well. Oh, but I'm trying to think of sparkly fizzy, I don't know.
Popping candy.
A popping candy entree.
Feminine rage kind of, popping candy, but it's nice.
Yeah.
Okay, new merch. Yeah. Flusher candy.
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're so fine. I'm just curious, first of all, how you guys met and started making music together, but then I would love to know the sonic influences and how you made this really cool sound that you have.
So we kind of met through that song, which is why it's a good place to start, I guess.
Awesome.
It was kind of the end of the pandemic, and just wanted to make some really dancey music, and were really romanticizing going out and partying, and we're just let's just make something really high energy.
Yeah.
Jade and I had met on a Zoom songwriting camp. Miranda and I had met in Brisbane doing shows with our solo projects, and then that song made the band.
Yeah, I remember one day you were just you should meet Jade, you guys would get along really well. And I was I already have 2 friends, so I don't know. I don't know if I have time for that. But then when we met, I was oh, you were so right. Just kind of arranged.
Then I met her and I was oh, you were wrong.
Stuck with me now.
No, it is. Yeah, I think it started off so musically, but it's funny to think that we get along well. That's great.
It's
great luck.
Such luck.
I love when that happens.
Very similar. You knew it all along.
Yeah.
That's so cool. So you decided to write on this song together, and then you were wait, we actually work well as a band?
Yeah. It was a fun little side project thing. We're let's have a session together and write this type of music, this fun as we like to call it, hot girl pop.
Perfect title, yeah.
And we, just wanted to get together, and there was, no expectation or anything. We just put it out for fun, and then it just completely took over our lives in an amazing way, and has become, the best thing to happen.
I love that.
I think we were all doing sad girl pop, and we were what's the opposite of that?
Yeah, dreamy, lo-fi,
yeah.
really in our feelings. And then at the end of the pandemic, we were all just enough.
It's enough.
Get out of bed.
You can still do the sad girl pop thing, but it is so fun to be in a room with a bunch of girls and make hot girl pop.
Yeah.
It's needed.
Yeah, truly. And we do think that anyone can be a hot girl. It's just a state of mind, really.
It is, absolutely.
It's just a feeling.
Yes, it's the feeling.
In your heart.
Yeah, heart and soul.
Hot in your heart.
Okay, yeah, wait, literally so many merch ideas for you guys. Sorry, my marketing brain is on.
Also food, I'm thinking of a really hot spicy soup.
Oh.
I don't know why.
The hottest ramen you can find at a convenience store.
Soup level hot, yeah.
I love
chili
this.
ramen.
Yeah.
Slurp it up.
I would love to know your individual sort of music tastes. I always love having a band here because it's fun to learn how, I don't know, each of you contribute to the sound.
Yeah. I listen to, I probably bring a bit more of an ethereal vibe, and I listen to a lot of Scandinavian music. I grew up with a lot of ABBA, and I love Aurora and Suzanne Summer, a lot of Scandi artists, and I love a lot of old school music like the Beach Boys, and it's just I love a bit of a grandpa, but also a grandpa that loves to go to the club and loves Kesha, Lady Gaga, all that stuff that we bonded over. Yeah.
My favorite grandpa who loves Kesha.
Yeah. Wait, really?
No. I wish. I'll try.
When you go,
Gotta meet him.
When I first went to Jade's house for the first time, I walked in and she had a YouTube video that goes for like 10 hours and it's like oldies but played in the next room and there's a fireplace and it's raining.
It's raining.
Yeah. And I was like,
listened to that, but it's Fall Out Boy through the bathroom door when you're like on the floor at a party.
Nice.
That's amazing. It just speaks volumes about a person. Like,
amazing. And what kind of music are you into? Sorry that tree is just
We
so
are just
up your butt
bonding.
right now.
Get out of my grill, man.
My bad.
No, not at all. I'm enjoying it.
It's totally
Scratch,
fine.
little tickle.
A little herb on the chef's plate. I feel like all of us individually even just have like such eclectic taste, but I think probably my influence to the band is on the weirder, like clubbier side. Like I was DJing for quite a few years before we started the band, and I just really love like hyperpop and house music and stuff that's kind of like genre pushing and sometimes like really fast or really hard hitting. But then I also just love like basically the ethereal playlist on Spotify. Like all of the genres are so different, but I think like that and intangible like weirdness that ties it all together is something that I really love. And I love just something that you feel like you've never heard before.
Totally.
Right? Yeah.
I love that. Cool.
Yeah, I feel like I'm always coming to the girls for different reasons because I think part of my pop instinct is just I love down the line Kesha, Britney Spears, kind of like, there's no subtlety to some of the pop music that I really like, and it's really great to like come to Miranda and be like, how can this be like more interesting or weirder, or to Jade and be like, how would they have done this in the olden days? Like I have a real, I don't know, like my family is not musical at all, so I feel like a lot of the music that I was listening to was just like what was on the radio and really like I don't know, the bangers, I guess. But I guess my influence in the band is that I just also really love production and I like the tiny details, and I get obsessive about like snare sounds and synths and that kind of thing. But also about lyrics and lots of different parts of it. So
you do love subtleties as well. It's hard to sum it up, but I think you're so right. Like we just bonded initially over just like the absolute bangers, like Kesha and Britney and Rihanna, and like just the icons. And like Robin was a big influence for us.
Totally,
that's where we overlap. Yeah,
I love that. That's super cool. And I mean, I want to hear about this like main course, the song that represents you guys. But I think it's really amazing how you're each part of the production process as well. And I definitely want to hear about all of these like versions that you've been putting out too. So wait, tell me what your main course would be. Like what is the song that represents you guys?
Oh my God. Like surely we would have to pick individually for this.
Okay.
Yeah, you want
just like our individual main course.
Okay. My meat and potatoes choice is Accelerator for me.
I'll have the same.
Sometimes I feel like I wanna jump out of the helicopter when I'm looking at you. Sometimes I feel like I wanna push down the accelerator when I'm looking at you. Always speeding in my
Cool.
No, I'm going to think of something original in a second. Wait, give me a second. Stole my answer.
Accelerator definitely like swept the rug out from under me the first time I heard it.
Wow, that's a great reaction. That's
in
so
the best
cool to
way.
hear. Cool.
I think from us too in the writing
In the room.
process we would like shit.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Can I swear?
Yeah. Definitely.
We were like, oh, shoot. Whoa.
Yeah, I mean, tell me how that sort of came about, and remind me who has the specific version for Accelerator.
I did a remix of
Okay,
Accelerator,
cool.
yeah.
Amazing.
Which was kind of the thing that started it all. Like you just got bored on a flight one day and was like, I remixed our song.
I did this.
And we were like, that's sick. We should also do that. And
Yeah.
we're like, yeah, do it. Yeah, I think that was your idea.
It's
to
like
do
my
the
happy
versions.
place. We were on tour and just like spending a lot of time in the van, and I think I was just like really curious to see what that song would sound like in a more like dreamy way.
Yeah.
But take us back to the writing, Jade.
Oh,
How did
right.
that happen?
All right. Well, we're in the room. The three of us are like bouncy balls going off the walls because we're just so
Jade-
caffeinated.
Jade's seeing like sounds and hearing colours.
I'm having
She's had like 8 coffees.
premonitions. Yeah. So many coffees. But it was cool because the producer we were in a session with, Donnie, he had this kind of handheld mic that really helps you get into a really fun mental state where you just pretend you're anywhere on stage, somewhere like that. But kind of like blacked out. You know when sometimes you don't really know where an idea comes from, you're just kind of, it just comes through you and you just open your mouth and out it comes. And the chorus was like the first thing to come out of my mouth, which was sometimes I
literally
feel
said
that
lyric.
chorus.
Sometimes I feel like I want to jump out of a helicopter. Just came out.
I love
And that was the energy, that was just kind of the energy we had that day and how it produced itself. And so then from then on we were all just like kind of trying to outmatch each other's energy and kind of bring
I was like, I'm going to write a rap first.
Yes.
I'm going to go out into the car park and write a rap first.
totally. And it was like, what if we jump off the octave here? And what if we, it was just all, no idea was off the table. It was
Just
really
the
fun.
3 friends that egg each other on to a point of chaos that you're just like, well.
It's out of hand.
We were referencing Where's Your Head At by Basement Jaxx. I think
Cool.
it was the first session that we had with Donnie, like collaborating with him. And he was just like really interested in all 3 of I think we played like probably a bit of a Scandi reference from you and maybe something a bit more pop from you. And then I remember bringing like Where's Your Head At by Basement Jaxx, and it just has this like just beefy kind of bass line that ended up, I think, like being referenced in the song, and just that energy.
Beefy for sure.
Beefy and meat and potatoes.
For sure.
Yeah.
Hearing the over-caffeinated backstory to that makes so much sense. I love it. But it must be so fun, like having like individual like artist projects and like backgrounds in music to now be able to just like kind of work off of each other's energy. Are you often like all writing at the same time now? Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, pretty much always we'll be in the room together, writing together. Or
And do you like that, like compared to writing at home? How does that feel?
Yeah, it definitely goes through a bit more of a refined filter with like what lyrics make the cut, and
Totally.
it is nice. And sometimes a verse or a part of the song will be more from one person's perspective, and they can really, give their lens on something. But then, when we combine, especially with choruses that we're all singing together and all. We have like the blusher blob voice together, then we really work line for line together
voice.
on it's very, very collaborative, and we'll just like fill out a doc, a Google Doc with all of our diary entries and ideas and everything in there, and filter through it all, and
very cool. Okay, so Accelerator is both of your picks for the main course.
I'll think it over while you answer. But I feel like Accelerator is like the classic one that we would probably send people to as the main course now. But it does also feel like a little bit of an interesting like energy for us. Like it's like one side of the core of Blusher, but there's like so much. I think that's what's so like cool and unique about having the project with the 3 of us is like you can really turn so many directions, and it's still like core Blusher,
Yeah, it all just feels like different branches of the same sound. Yeah, super cool. Okay, what is your main course?
I'm going to say Backbone today.
it's what you feel like eating today.
I'm just gonna say Accelerator and Backbone. Go.
But it can't change his mind. I hate when you're right. You said you punch him in the chest if you ever met, but I miss him still. You said you punch him in the chest if you ever met.
I feel like Backbone kind of solidified our like conceptual tone with lyrics, especially just like talking about our friendship with each other, and especially in the context of like romance, and like the kinds of conversations we have together are unlike the conversations we have with anyone else in our lives. Like it's a certain kind of energy when you get three crazy women in a room. And yeah, I feel like that song really articulates that kind of like, I don't know, especially when you're frustrated and you go to your girlfriends and you're like, this happened, and they're all like, oh my God, that happened.
Like they meet you where you're at.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's an amazing thing to have around, just like as friends
Yeah.
too. Very cool. How did you all like start in music? Sorry, getting you off track.
Yeah, I was lucky enough to grow up with a musical family, and my parents were in an ABBA tribute band, and then I started to I just from a really young age just wanted to make up my own songs, and they were usually like gibberish songs that I would force my dad to play piano and that I would kind of write over for hours in the lounge room. And then I think I just like found my love for it really, really young, and have been doing it all through my life.
Amazing. Cool.
I want to see those videos.
There are tapes
so
that you will never
bad.
see.
I want to see them so bad.
Someone will find
One
them.
day. One
Shocking
day,
stuff.
please. I started learning classical violin when I was 5 years old, and I remember I was like really interested in music, and my dad took me to a music shop and bought me like a ukulele, but my hands were so small that they couldn't like press the strings down.
The ukulele so small as well.
Yeah, and he was like, okay, we went back to the shop, and he was like, she can't play this, like what have you got that she could possibly press the strings down? And the only thing was a violin. And so I was like heavily a violinist for my whole like upbringing, played for like 12 years, did all the competitions and stuff, which I really loved and am appreciative of now, like having that background. But I think it's just like such a rigid world, like in the classical world, you know, you have to really play by the rules. And I think just me as a person really, hello. Yes, really. Hello. Oh, I'm here. Who said that?
I heard that too. You're good.
Like cut off for a second. Yeah. I'm not crazy. I just really was like, you know, stuff this. I'm gonna rebel and start just writing like angsty punk songs on the guitar, and then went through a big phase of loving like all of that kind of just. I think it really made me appreciate like just the creative process, because that's something that classical music is so starved of. So I started writing my own songs and just like started doing a little bit of production and like playing a little bit of every instrument badly, which is I think a lot more fun than playing one like really, really well.
Sure. Yeah, I love that. More creative, I think.
Yeah, totally.
Awesome. And how about you?
A different story again. Basically like I said, I just like grew up listening to the hits, and I was also doing classical piano for a little while, but then Coldplay came into my life, and I just really wanted to write. I think in all of my piano lessons, I didn't want to do what was happening on the sheet music. It shouldn't go there. It should go like
let's remix this.
And I just think it was in my bones and in my blood, and it just like felt really naturally the passion that I was born with. So
that's lovely.
Yeah, that's my story.
Oh, born to be a DJ, truly. I am
sorry, Mom and Dad.
That's so cool. Well, okay, so you said that Backbone and Accelerator are your main course. Okay.
Yeah, they're great. I think I would probably say Backbone was like my favorite for a while, and it's definitely like a favorite to play live as well.
Very cool.
It's what we like close the set with, and I think you're right, it was like conceptually a cool one because it was lived in kind of like a video game world, and it was a bit more charactery, but I don't know, they're like they're like siblings, I think, that one and Accelerator.
Yeah.
Sure, yeah. For the dessert track, I'd love to know just like a personal favorite, something that's exciting to you guys right now. Yeah.
I think that one would have to be Somebody New.
Yeah.
Yeah, very excited about that.
Just so
one.
sweet. It's
It is
a really
sweet, actually.
sweet, bubbly little. I'm trying to think of a dessert that's sweet and bubbly.
Well, champagne.
Champagne.
It's like champagne. Dessert champagne.
Dessert champagne, definitely.
And
Yeah, it's like
paired
a palate
with-
cleanser, and you're drunk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Immediately.
You listen to it, immediately drunk.
Yeah, yeah.
I didn't do my makeup just to cry. I hear the song and I just wanna dance with somebody new, be with somebody new, be with somebody new. I just wanna find somebody new, find somebody.
Tell me about
Like
the
1
story of
teaspoon.
that one. 1 teaspoon.
Yeah, and then you're drunk.
Amazing.
We kind of wrote it about the cycle you go through, meeting somebody new, falling for them, getting your heart broken by them, getting the girls together who help you rally and heal you, and
For sure.
then you all go out together, and then you've shed your skin, but then you just start the cycle all over again, and you meet somebody new, and it's like the song feels like a bit of a mantra, and it's a bit like something you tell yourself, and you always go back for more, even though it's
Yeah.
could end terribly.
It's
Sure.
a little bit like I feel like being single is just so cyclical, and it requires like optimism and hope to get back into that cycle and to not kind of give up on that whole cycle. So I feel like this song is fun because it can be interpreted in a kind of like darker way where you're like, oh, I can't get off this crazy merry-go-round, like. But also I don't want to give up. Like and I don't, and also
Restart.
like it like I don't know. Just we were talking about how like doing that cycle, you evolve through it, and you like become someone better, and
All around, it feels like a very like different take on like being single. I feel like we have a lot of bitter songs already about it, but this is like it also sounds like you're in the club while you're
Yeah.
listening to it.
Yes.
So it's like, yeah, we're going out with our friends, and like doesn't matter where we are in the cycle.
Yeah, we really wanted it to sound fun and clubby and be produced in that way. But it is also one of those songs that, like, if you sit down and play it on the piano, like, it could be really, really sad.
Yeah.
Which, you know, is just exactly where we like to exist in the combination of, like, something a little bit more deep. But, like, on the surface, it is very bubbly and fun.
Yeah.
And it can be both.
It's cool when you can listen to it in different emotional states and have it mean different things. Yeah.
For sure, yeah.
Very like transcendental. I love that. Yeah. Big word. Thanks, guys.
It's like a smoothie.
Okay.
You can have it for breakfast or lunch or dinner.
Whoa.
Or dessert.
Brenner or
Yes.
dessert.
That's right.
I had a smoothie this morning that should have been dessert.
Oh, really? Oh, it's in there.
Oh, tell you later.
Okay.
off pod. Well, I have a couple of closing questions for you guys.
Yeah.
I would love to know. You are great at analogies, so this is a perfect question for y'all.
We love an analogy.
I would love to know if your music was a candle, what it would smell like.
Great question. Oh my god.
I held my breath that whole time. Candle scent. Okay.
Sandalwood and tobacco.
Yeah, it's got
And
some
vanilla.
earthy tones.
I'm in a
Bottom
different
notes.
lane.
What's your candle?
Just like the tears of a Pegasus,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
you know, sparkly. And actually, I'm more a visual candle.
What
A
is
visual
more
candle smeller.
What does the candle look like, Lauren?
Yeah. What does it look like?
Yeah, it's like lilac and sparkly.
Yeah.
And it has like healing powers.
It's
And
got a
it
little unicorn
smells-
horn sticking out the middle.
The wick is the
The wick
horn of a
is-
unicorn. Yeah, obviously.
It's like
And it
building a Harry
smells like
Potter wand. Yeah.
Vanilla and tobacco and sandalwood with
Yeah.
strawberry.
Yeah, a little berry, a little vanilla, a little, lavender maybe.
And as you burn it, it has 3 different sections that represent each of our souls.
Wow.
This is awesome. I want to buy
I want
this
this
candle.
Very
candle.
expensive candle.
It smells
Handmade,
very
true.
expensive.
Wow, maybe one of the best answers we've gotten for that ever.
Great question. Thanks for
Thank
that.
you. I would also love to know what your favorite sound is right now that's not music related, like a life sound.
Oh, I love the sound of pebbles like knocking together.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Give us a rendition.
Take it away.
Yeah, that's like kind of good though.
I was just in Brisbane and I loved the sound of waking up to the birds in Queensland.
Mm-hmm.
Quite a niche one.
They're so loud. What do you do? They're like,
The magpie's like,
screaming.
it's like full on.
Sorry.
Kookaburra.
Take us away, Jade.
Tell us how it sounds. No. I couldn't.
No more.
No more. No
You
more
get
from
one
Jade.
sound and that's it.
Actually, I think your version of the birds
Well,
was very good.
my
just
birds, the birds that I wake up to in Queensland is like 50 cockatoos in one tree, all screaming at like 5 a.m. Screaming.
Thank you for confirming the like insane animal allegations about Australia.
Yeah.
It's all true.
It's true.
Seriously.
It's all true.
I have a video.
There are like a flock of kookaburras that live near my house in Brisbane, and
Flock of
Uh,
cuckoo birds?
Oh, kookaburra.
Kookaburras.
You have to do the
Of
sound.
course.
Obviously.
Who's doing the sound?
What's the sound? What is
like cuckoo.
It's like that.
Yeah.
And it sounds like they're laughing.
Oh, wow.
Alrighty.
The sound bites.
My sound would be the crackle of a wood sauna.
Oh.
The
Yeah.
expanding
Give
of
us
the
a-
wood. I can't really do it. Sorry. It's
a
nothing
hard one
like
to
the
do.
real thing. You go on.
No.
No. You did a great job.
You did great. Yeah.
My very final question is I would love to know who your ones to watch are. Who are you listening to that I should also be listening to?
The person that came to my mind was Hannah Storm from Norway.
Okay.
If you
That's a
listen to
new
her.
name for me. Cool.
Mm.
What song should I start with?
There's an EP that's like blues and reds, or it's called something along that line, that EP.
Whoa,
but
cool.
I think just if you listen to that, it's just like a 4-track, lovely,
Awesome.
EP.
I will run it down.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Yeah, do that.
Cool.
My vote is going to be for Nina Geraci, who is an Australian artist who is like, she's just been at it for a minute now, and she's been awesome the whole time. We like put a bunch of her remixes in one of our DJ sets recently, and just like so admire her.
I'm really into this artist called Maddie J. I think she's
I know
LA.
Maddie J.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
so cool. Just love her
Amazing.
stuff, like her writing and her vocal arrangements, and like she produces everything herself. It's so like dreamy and cool. Yeah.
Oh, amazing. I was going to ask if y'all listen to Frost Children. No. Oh, I think this will be a big thing for you then.
Cool.
Frost Children, they just put out a little EP with a band where they're just like featured at like the bridge on a couple of songs, but it's very like hyper pop, like rage core.
Yeah.
And I think you would enjoy it
Cool.
a lot. Yeah. But their album Speed Run is like a very cool like DJ like New York type
Ooh.
vibe. Yeah.
Cool. That sounds awesome.
Love the title.
Yeah, so good. They're amazing. That's your homework. Cool.
Thanks.
Thank you for that.
Thank you for being here. And I'm
Yes.
so excited to hear that you guys are in LA. I hope I can catch you play sometime. Exciting
Yes.
stuff.
What's your favorite sound at the moment?
Oh, my favorite sound at the moment?
Yeah, it's a great question.
Yeah, I wanna
I'm going to
know.
ask everyone.
I have like a list of these kinds of questions. I love asking them. I'm like entering my ASMR phase of life, unfortunately. There's this one lady who like, she has these brushes, these like square brushes, and she brushes people's hair.
Oh,
She even goes in with like, you
Oh,
know,
that's
like the
good.
lice picks, like when you got like picked for lice in school.
the really ultra fine comb.
Yeah. She goes in with that, but the microphone is so close. It like, it's
Hits.
really good.
Have you seen the keyboard ASMR?
No.
And they call it like a really creamy keyboard, as the sound is like, they're like, I saw this video on TikTok and it was like, I got all these new keyboards in the mail and I'm going to test like which one sounds the creamiest. And then they're just like,
I love
tippy
that.
tapping away with their long nails. And I'm just like, oh my God.
What,
so relaxing.
What like was my gateway to ASMR was the lady who goes on live with the bowl full of water and wood. You've ever seen her? No. She has like a bunch of wood cubes and she just like stirs a pot full of water and wood.
Wow. Oh, I feel like I can hear that.
It sounds
in
really
my mind.
It sounds weird to say out loud in front of all of you.
Like a wood soup. That's our final course of the day.
That's how we're ending this.
Wood soup.
Wood soup. Well, thank you so much for being here. It was lovely to meet y'all.
Such a pleasure.
Thank you.
I can't wait to see what's to come. Yay.
Thank you so much for having me.
I am full.
Satisfied.
We were famished. Well, once again, this is Ones to Watch Chef's Choice. I'm Abby Kenna, and this is Blusher. Check out somebody new. Yay.
Yay.